We're here at Bayside Marketplace a week before the Indy 500. The Indy people decided to bring some of their drivers over here to Bayside, and an interesting thing happened. All the guys from the Homestead-Miami Speedway here, the president, the vice president, director of operations, and everything like that. Wonder why would they come here to meet with the IndyCar guys after they dropped them from the schedule? Rumors, we've been hearing it, street race in Miami, coming back to Homestead, we'll never know. Well, we'll know soon, hopefully. All right, guys, we're here with Tony Kanaan, driver for KV Racing. Last time we talked to you, we were at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Everything was great. Then after that, things changed a lot. I mean, it's kind of been a roller coaster for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, but that's life. I think when you think you're comfortable, all of a sudden something happens and you have to make a change. So right after that race, we got the news that the sponsor had left, and we had to go to work. So I went to work, found a few sponsors, got with KV and Lotus, and Geico came on board 5 days before the first race, and here we are. Indy 500, you've qualified, I believe it was 15th, right? 23rd.
23rd, okay. Do you feel any little bit of like, I wouldn't say revenge, but satisfaction that, you know, after all that's happened over the years, you're back, you made it safely the first day, you're in the grid. The team you used to be with, who dropped you kind of, let's say not the nicest way, that they were struggling?
No, I mean, I don't get satisfaction about people's misfortune. I think I had a great time with that team. We won everything together. I was just doing my job. It was an unfortunate situation that happened at the end of last year. But no, I mean, I have a lot of good friends there. People that I really still see. I still go out to dinner. I still talk frequently. So no, I don't. I wasn't getting a kick for what was going on with them because I was there last year in the same position. So
all right, let's talk racing. The Indy 500, biggest race of the year, obviously for you guys. KV, you came in there and you're pretty confident. You did quite well out there in qualifying. What was the secret? Did you pretty much follow what KV was telling you, or did you bring in your own information, or how's it work?
Both. I mean, we merged both, and I think they had some good stuff that I didn't have, and I had some good stuff that they didn't have. So that's pretty much what we did. And I think we're still learning each other. We're still growing as a team. You know, take to the next level. It's still going to take a little bit, but I have to say that it's been great so far.
You are famous, especially at Indy, for your restarts. You seem to really embarrass people. What's the secret? I mean, well, I'm sure you're not going to tell me the real secret because you're not going to tell anybody. But why? How come you're able to do it so much better than everybody else?
I don't know. Maybe some people have different talents, but I can't really tell. I mean, I can't tell you. I just when it goes green, I just go. So I'll try to find the hole and in clean air. That's all I do. So I don't know. This year's probably going to be a little bit more difficult. The field's a lot tighter. People haven't started to figure out what I do, but we'll still be able to pull it out a couple races this year. So we'll see.
Well, the qualifying's over, bump day's over, all that drama, all those storylines are kaput. Now we go to Indy 500 with that storyline, and right now everybody's talking about the double wide restarts. Now I heard one of your team owners, good old Jimmy, talking about, well, we start the race 3 wide. Why don't we go to 3 wide restarts? And he seemed pretty serious. What do you think of that idea?
Jimmy's crazy. He's not driving anymore, so he just he wants to set the world on fire. But no way. I still am not favorite of the double file, although they suit me a lot. I think for the 500, there's a lot of risk for. It's the biggest race in the world, and to put ourselves in that position, and you say you're going to win $3 million. If you win, everybody's going to try to do it. It's one shot you're going to have, and those restarts being on a double fire, I think is going to be a problem, but it is what it is.
Well, for the starts and the restarts, do you, right before, like, you know, the lap or so before, do you look around and see who are the other drivers around you and do your mental check and go, I got to stay away from this person, I'm going to stick with this person?
Always. I mean, you have to. I mean, you need to know who you're racing with and who you're racing against. So definitely, yes. If you don't, that's when mistakes happen.
All right, Tony, thanks a lot. Good luck out there. We'll be watching you.
Thank you.
We're here with Beatriz. Well, qualifying's over. How much of a relief is that for you?
Yeah, I was still stressed out this morning, kind of with headache, because yesterday was really stressful for us. we had a great car. I bring a dry rainbow team, but the conditions were really hard with the rain coming back, and we put some good laps, but I was sure that wasn't good enough, and I wanted to go back and track, but the team hold me because they want to make sure that I was only be back in the track if someone bumped me. So by the end of the day, the thing just went crazy as people started to go faster, and we almost got out. So, but thank God we're in, and now getting focused and ready for the race.
All right, the race next Sunday. You know, the cars was set up for qualifying. Your whole mindset, you're thinking qualifying. Now, what do you have to do, and what do you have to do to the car to adjust for the race on Sunday?
Well, now we don't have much time for race setup. We could test a little bit, a lot of downforce in the car beginning of the week, the practice day. So I think we have a pretty good car for the race. We need to tune a little bit here and there to be faster, but I think we're gonna have a good car.
Yesterday you were going through all the stress and everything, bump day at Indy. Today in the morning, next day you're in Miami by the bay and everything, all the press stuff. How much does this bother you? Does it get in your way, you think, having to hop on a plane, come to Miami, do this press stuff, then go back to Indy or anything? Or is this like just part of the job?
Well, first of all, I was lucky to choose to go to Miami. This is a beautiful place, so I got here, I feel like home because of the weather. It's beautiful, the bay here is beautiful, just relax me and I'll give me more energy. So actually it's a pleasure to come here.
So, all right, good luck. We'll be rooting for you. Be safe, though.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're here at Matt Beecher, president of the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Without you, we wouldn't even have a show. We're here, Bayside, IndyCar event. Everybody knows that Homestead's off the schedule this year. There's been talk it might be coming back. Any truth to that rumor?
There's some conversations that have happened. Nothing is imminent, and really nothing that I would even foresee for next season. But obviously, we're serious about having IndyCar back at Homestead-Miami Speedway. It's something that personally I'm very supportive of, and our company is very supportive of. But we just need to work things out and make sure that the business model works for both sides. And hopefully that'll happen sometime soon.
Okay, we got the rumor out of the way, guys. Now I want to ask you, president of the Homestead-Miami Speedway. I worked at a racetrack not as big as Homestead by far, but I don't think people realize how much is involved running a racetrack, a facility like the Homestead-Miami Speedway. They think, oh, you have a couple races a year and that's it, and then it just sits out in the sun. You have, last I heard, 280 events a year and everything. Try to give the people an idea, like what you go through having to run a track like Homestead.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to encapsulate in a short interview, but last Friday I was washing cars, raising money for the NASCAR Foundation, the local YMCA. So it runs the gamut. Obviously, we have all the same regulatory issues that all businesses have with different levels of compliance, lots of planning. We have those 2 major events each year, but they require a significant amount of planning in order to pull them off and pull them off well. And then of course 40 employees to manage, and really just 40 employees doing all that. And as you said, 280 days of activity each year, whether it's TV shoots, commercial shoots, sports car racing, motorcycle racing, testing, you name it. So we stay pretty busy throughout the year, and there's all kinds of information on HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com where you can stay up to speed with what's going on and actually come down and watch some of it.
He made it seem quite easy, because I've actually been out there where you've had go-karting out front, the radio control cars on another track, something going on in the Champions Club, and then something in the track, and then something else going on in the parking lot. I mean, all these events at the same time, you make it seem like it's no big deal, but it's really involved.
Yeah, and it really boils down to people. I mean, we have really good people on our team. It's starting with Al Garcia on the operations side, and if you surround yourself with good people, even the biggest tasks become easy. So.
All right, Matt, thanks a lot. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again over the course of the year. I'll take it. All right, we're here with Newman Haas Racing, Telemundo sponsored, Oriol Servia. Everybody wants a piece of you, Oriol. You made the front row. When you look back over the last year or so, the whole roller coaster, how surprised are you were up there?
I'm surprised is not the word, because I knew if I had an opportunity, especially with a team like Newman Haas, we would be up front. I maybe would have not bet that this early we would be as much towards the front like we are. But I knew they're a great team. Every time we've been together, we've been successful. I mean, we finished second in the championship in 2005. In 2009, we had great success also. So I knew that the ingredients were there. It's just sometimes, you know, you try to make an ingredient, I mean, a quick dish, and it doesn't happen even if you have the best ingredients because it takes time. But luckily for us, we were able to make it happen this quick, and we're standing 13 points and in the front row in the greatest race in history. So we're very excited.
Well, you showed up to Indy a few weeks ago. You come in there. Would you expect that you'd be in the front row? The Penske guys would be struggling, and Andretti, two of their top drivers, didn't even make the field.
Well, if you learn something about Indy is that it's totally unpredictable. I mean, you've seen many times the best teams. I mean, Penske 15 years ago couldn't make the race, and they've won it 15 times at the same time. So you know, it just shows you how difficult this race is, how every day is different than the day before at that track, and you just have to be guessing all the time with the setup, the line you take, lots of things that, you know, you only need to take one wrong decision and you're not up there. So that's why I'm so proud of my team that, you know, we work very well together, and we were able to make the right choices at every step, and that shows in qualifying.
All right, qualifying's over, you're on the front row, now you gotta get ready for the race. What changes do you have to do to the car, and more important, what changes do you have to do to yourself to get ready and run that race?
Well, the race setup is very different to the qualifying setup, more than anything on the downforce level, because when you're qualifying, you're running alone. So all you need is the downforce that will allow the car to stay on the track and not hit the wall. When you suddenly have 32 cars that are running at the same time on the track and you're trying to pass each other, it creates a lot of what we call dirty air, because the air that one car pushes, the one behind doesn't have it, so it doesn't push it onto the ground. So there's a lot of stuff going on that you need to have a lot more downforce, you need to have more grip on the car, and that's what we're trying to change in the car, so we're able to still be solid even if we are on traffic situations. From my mind, from my point of view, it's just you have to understand very clearly that it's a 500-mile race, that it's going to be lots of pit stops, 8-9 pit stops, that it's just very easy to make a mistake early on or at any point in the race, and it's not worth risking it too much too early. So we all know the last lap is the one that counts, and it's just tough to get to that last lap without trouble. I mean, we've seen the last 2 years, teams and drivers that started at front and were contenders, that they made just one mistake in a pit stop or overtaking a lap car. You go into the marbles, the dirty part of the track, end up in the wall. There's just a thousand choices we're going to have to make right to win it. But I think we have a great team. We're very well prepared. We think we really deserve it. And we hope that luck is on our side. And why not? I think we have a great shot.
I love this guy. He answers the questions before I ask him.
All right. Do I have? Am I a psychic now?
Now you're scaring me. Oriol, thanks a lot.
All right, cool, awesome.
Good luck. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Number 2.